Live from the Morongo Casino Studios, it's the Heidi and Frank Show on 95.5 KLOS and KLOS HD1.
Los Angeles.
Heidi and Frank Show. We've already reached the 9 o'clock hour, the hour that you have a shot at some more money, up to $4,400 in the KLOS $100,000 name game. We're not asking you to call right now. We've got to the point of the show where it's time to cross some streams. And we have a very special guest today to help join us. His name is Rich Sands. Let's get him in here. Now, Rich is a listener of the show. Recently had a movie come out. It's at the Burbank International Film Festival. It premiered there, and it won Best Feature Film at the Tarzana International Film Festival.
Nice.
It's called the Red Tide Massacre, and he's here with us right now. Hello, Rich.
Hey, how's it going? It's
Hi,
great to
Rich.
be here.
Good to see you, man.
Oh, my God. This is awesome. You have no idea how great this is. In the room with Frank, Johnny, Jordan, Renee, Corey, got Sammy Hagar on video. It's awesome. Sorry, take it easy, Nancy. You got to listen to all the shows.
You really do.
You really do.
It's
And
great
Rich
to be here.
does. He is a longtime fan of the show.
Absolutely.
And he is just a magnificent person, because you all will know this story about Rich. Because back when we were giving away the Disneyland tickets, when we had the Disneyland takeover, and we got a letter handwritten from a mother named Susan, who was saying, is there any way, behind the scenes, you could give me tickets so I could take my mentally disabled son,
Danny,
who has never been there, because you can't take him normally on a day that's open to the public because of the amount of people and
It's too
and just the overstimulation. But he was an adult male, but I think it mentally stopped at 3
Yeah,
years
he was
old.
a toddler, yeah.
And was saying, is there any way that you guys could give us some tickets? Talk to Keith about it. And I was like, well, I don't know. That's really up to Keith. I can't, give away the tickets, and I don't know what the agreement is with Disneyland about that. And Rich Sands, this guy's sitting right here, right now, he had called up and had won tickets. And when I read that letter that Susan had written, Rich reached out and said, she can have my tickets. Tell her to take her son.
Beautiful man.
Look at this
beautiful
guy.
man.
Look at this guy.
That's who listens to our show.
You gonna cry, Rich?
Was that?
You gonna cry?
No, almost. I already did before. What's funny is I was not trying to win tickets at all.
Oh, really?
Until I heard that letter. And then that week, I tried a couple times, and that Friday morning, all of a sudden I hear the music, and I'm like, I just dialed. Next thing you know, Corey picks up, what's your name? I go, I was calling about the contest. What's your name? Okay, it's Rich. She goes, all right, hold on. So then, so I guess it was fate. Because I planned to only win the tickets for her.
That was great. So he heard the letter, and he's like, I'll win them for her. And he did. And she went, and she took her son, and they had a fantastic time.
Oh, they did, because I never knew what happened.
Yeah. And she was like, who is this guy, Rich?
Yeah.
Let him know. And so when you reached out on Instagram, and you said that you had a movie coming out, and there's some way that I could, you invited me to go to the premiere with you, and I was busy that night, so I couldn't go. And I said, why don't you just come on and promote it? And, since you're such a wonderful guy, that's the least I can do, and the Heidi can do, and the show can do to you.
Of course.
And promote this movie that you have coming out, the Red Tide Massacre. Now, I said it premiered at the Burbank International Film Festival. Where can people see it now?
It's still in negotiations for theatrical distribution.
Oh, okay.
So the producers want it in theaters, and so that's what we're waiting on. So we can't show a trailer yet until that happens.
Is it a thriller, Red Tide Massacre? Is it a horror film?
It's a horror film.
Yeah.
It's a fun movie. The first time I saw it, I was sitting there. I'm so critical of, I should have done this. Oh man, I should have done that. It's like, so I didn't enjoy it. I saw it the second time at that next screening, and I watched it just to watch the movie, and it was much better. I'm sure if I watch it a third time, it'll be even better.
Yeah, you got to
Absolutely.
take yourself out of it and stop going, I should have done, I could have done. You can't do that. Yeah, you just have to
Exactly.
enjoy it for what it is. That's awesome, Rich.
Yeah. So the story is, my character is an escaped convict who is a cop killer, in Southwest Florida in 2018 during the Red Tide. There was a real bad Red Tide in 2018.
Oh, yeah.
So the producers decided to write a movie about it. So the sheriff is played by the great Michael Pare, who is Eddie from Eddie and the Cruisers, you know. And so he shoots me. I fall into the Red Tide, and things happen. And I start changing into a sea creature.
Okay.
So little by little, I morph until finally I'm a full-on sea creature. So it's fun.
Who's still a cop killer?
Yeah.
All right.
And you're like, what? You're terrifying you're terrorizing Florida. Is that how that's?
Oh yeah. And sequel is Spring Break.
Okay. Oh, so there's going to be a sequel possibly.
I think so. Yes.
Awesome. You left it hanging. You have something in common with somebody on the show because you grew up in Rochester, New York.
Yes, I did.
Get out of here.
I thought I recognized that little accent.
Yeah. It's funny. I was born in Kingston, Ontario. My dad got a job at Eastman Kodak.
Yep.
My mom got a job at Delco Products.
Yep.
And so I went to high school in Rochester, New York, and then after high school, I joined the Marines. I was stationed out here at 29 Palms in my last year, and I decided to stay in California and pursue my dream of never going back to Rochester.
A lot of people do that. They don't go back. Where'd you go to high school at?
Thomas Jefferson.
Oh, okay.
Edgerton
Where'd you
Park.
go to high school?
East Ridge High School.
Oh, yeah, I know that, East Ridge.
Yeah.
My mom
Both
lives...
are very good schools these days.
Yeah. No. My mom lives near Long Ridge Mall.
Oh, that doesn't exist anymore.
It was,
But,
though.
yeah.
It's still there.
It's
It's called Long Ridge Mall.
No, it was Grease.
It's Greasetown Plaza.
Yeah,
stupid
they
name.
combined the two,
Yeah.
and now it's
You two should
Grease
go to
Ridge
lunch.
Mall.
I could listen to defunct mall talk all day long.
Hey Frank, do you remember Greenwood Mall over in Indiana? It was right by
All right,
the
a quick round table. Name your mall. All right, name your mall, Heidi. What was
Greenwood Mall.
Greenwood Mall. Renee, what's the mall you had?
Montclair Plaza.
Montclair Plaza. What do you got?
Santa Maria Town Center.
It was Honey Creek Square.
Ooh, awesome.
Fox Hills Mall.
All right,
Fox
there we
Hills
go.
Mall, yes. There we go.
Mall shout out.
Sorry about the mall.
No, that's totally
You
fine.
fit right in on this.
Totally fine. You stayed in California after you got out of the Marine Corps. Happy Veterans Day. It's coming up, by the way. Thank you so much. And you started working construction.
Yes. I started working construction, and at the same time, in '85, I lived in an apartment building in Hollywood on Fountain Avenue, and I lived upstairs. Downstairs was the band XYZ. And Terry Luce, who was a singer for Great White for 10 years in Jack Russell's place, they just did a song last week. They performed together, Jack and Terry, together doing acoustic stuff. I was their stage manager for 6 years. Toured all over North America.
Friends of the show.
Did you have
That's
any
cool.
idea what you were doing when you became a stage manager? Or was like you just
I loved guitar, play guitar. Bought my first guitar in '81, but I still can't play.
I know 3 chords. Yeah.
And so I became the Mark Diglio's guitar tech to start with, and then it just evolved because I'm a Aries alpha male. I'm always take charge. So I took charge of the live stage show. So our first tour was opening for Ted Nugent, which was awesome. Playing Detroit, Cobo Hall. 15,000 screaming fans. Amazing.
All right, and a quick roundtable. Name your hall.
Oh, Market Square Arena.
Market Square Arena.
Rochester War Memorial.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
There
Yeah,
you
War
go.
Memorial.
Renee?
Yeah.
I can't think of one right now. I pass.
Where'd you go to see concerts?
Yeah. Where do you go to
I've
see
seen concerts so many places.
No, like when you're a kid, your first one.
I think it was the LA Forum, actually, to be honest with you.
What?
We could think of the
A
Forum.
big one, yeah. I mean,
I had the VFA.
Holman Center.
It was the Forum.
All right,
It was
all right.
at that time.
All right, music halls. Malls and halls. That's all we talk about.
And balls occasionally.
And balls occasionally.
I like balls.
And then after that stint as being on the road and managing a band, went back into construction.
Yeah, I have my own construction company now for almost 30 years, so.
And this is all about, you never know when your dream's going to happen, Heidi, because he did want to stay out here, not only to avoid Rochester the rest of his life,
Sure,
but to become an actor. And for many, that dream doesn't take off right away. So you got to have a side gig, back up, and that was plan B, was the construction. And then working construction, met somebody in Hollywood. You were working on some home in Beverly Hills or something.
Yeah, so what it is in the 80s I tried to get into acting. Like I worked for Robert Spears, who wrote Love American Style. He wrote on that show. I worked for Rick Hawkins, who was the executive producer of Major Dad. And they all said, "Oh yeah, we'll get you in." Nothing ever happened.
Right.
You know, in 1999, I met Paul Michael Glazer, working on a house in Santa Monica. I did a favor for his son, built a chariot for their races.
He was
at
Starsky or
Crossroads.
Hutch. He was one of them. I
He
can't
was
remember.
the
which
dark
one.
hair.
Yeah, the dark hair guy. Yeah.
And so he said, "I'm making a movie in Florida. You want to be in it?" "Yeah, absolutely." Never happened. So I got a little discouraged. I concentrated on construction. And then in 2014, I'm on a house in the Hollywood Hills, sweating copper, listening to the U.S. lose in the World Cup. And this Mercedes pulls up. This guy gets out, and he's walking to the house, and he keeps looking at me. And I'm thinking, okay, here it comes. You know, it's like I'm thinking he's going to hit on me or something. You know, so he goes in, meets with my client for about an hour. He comes back on. He's walking over, and as he's coming over, he's like, "Okay, be nice, Rich. Okay." You know, so he comes over. He goes, "Excuse me, but my name is George, and I'm a former agent, and I was wondering, have you ever been into acting?" I'm like, "I'd love to be an actor. I've never done it." He goes, "Because you have a great look, and there's a lot we could do with you." Well, it turns out George Wallach was Bruce Jenner's agent in '76 during the Olympics. He worked with Larry Auerbach at William Morris, with Michael Ovitz and Ron Meyer.
Jesus.
Ron Meyer was up until a couple years ago, was the chairman at Universal Pictures. So he gets me a meeting with Ron Meyer.
Well, you're probably still at this point thinking, I've heard this before.
Yeah.
This guy
Right.
probably
Yeah.
is
It's
hitting
going
on me,
nowhere.
and it's going to get nowhere.
Yeah,
Okay.
but no, he made it happen. He got me signed with a management company and got me going. And so 2015, my very first movie I've ever acted in, a movie called Weaponized, starring Mickey Rourke, Tom Sizemore, Michael Pare. And I'm like, unbelievable, you know? And my character was Dr. Chris Downey, who the whole movie, Johnny Mesner who is the main character, is a detective looking for my character the whole movie. So all movie they're talking about my character. But I have a little itty bitty spot in the middle where I do this mind transference from me into a younger person. So they made me look real old. So that was my little claim to fame to start everything rolling.
That's a good start.
Yeah.
And then it has taken off. You've been working as a working actor since 2014, 15?
Pretty much, until the pandemic. I had
Oh,
a
my
big
God.
TV show lined up for 2020, and then I signed a contract in 2019. I was going to go to the Hamptons to film this show. I was going to be a mob guy in the Hamptons.
Yeah, you look like it.
Yeah, one of the main characters in this TV show that was going to be really big. It was going to be on NBC. That was what they were touting, and the contract was really lucrative, a lot of money. And I was like, yes,
Finally, this is it.
yes. It was my
Pandemic.
my golden ticket. Then the pandemic, so it got postponed to 2024. And auditions I love auditioning. It's the tension, the grit. You get in, your nerves are going, you get in, you perform. I love that, actually. I got into it. Now everything's self-tape. You stand in front of you got a backdrop, you got some lights, you got a camera, and you film, and you can do it until it's perfect. That's the best part about it. You can do it until it's perfect. But you have one shot.
Yeah.
In the room, they say, well, try it this way. Let's do
Right.
it this way. You have a chance to adjust. The choice that I make in my audition has to be close to the choice that they think I should be making. If it's not, I'm off, and I have no chance to fix it.
It's always like you give them way too much, and they can always reel you in. So it's like a little over the top there, Rich. But can you bring it down a notch so that way you can show you can be manipulated as
But
an
you
actor?
can't do that
But you
on
can't do that.
self-tape.
It's like, my God, this guy's over the top. Throw that away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
But in the room, they'd be able to ask him, and then he would have more of a chance.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, talking to casting directors, they say that when it was live, they'd maybe have 100 guys, people come in audition. Now they're looking at 1,000. So it's really watered down, and they expect you to be perfect in the audition because you can do it.
So when you auditioned for the Red Tide Massacre, did you audition as the monster? It's like, wow, that monster's dead on.
Yeah.
That's totally a sea monster.
Well, the audition was a self-tape to start with.
Yeah.
It was a scene where I'm turning into the monster. So I go to a mirror and I'm like,
Oh, yeah, the face is turning.
yeah. So it's my reaction to turning. So they liked it. So then the callback was in person, and the producer was there. And that's the thing about me in person is, I'm 6'1", 220 pounds,
Yeah, pretty fit guy for his,
60 years old.
Here's what's
You're
depressing.
60?
I'm
Yes.
5'8".
Jesus Christ. hell of crap compared to Rich.
Yeah, well, we all do, Frank. I mean, he's a Marine. I mean, he's a construction worker.
And you know what it's like to look in the mirror and you're like, oh my God!
I can see myself turning. My stomach is
Oh, you should have auditioned.
losing my abs.
Maybe she could be in the sequel where the sea monster finds a girlfriend.
Yeah.
He's called me the sea monster for years.
But spelled differently.
Correct.
So the movie, The Red Tide Massacre, it's in theater negotiations right now.
Yes.
But when you do, if you're ever flipping through your streaming, I guess your glossaries or whatever they are, your guides, go ahead and look for that. Are you watching anything currently right now? We're crossing streams. We really haven't got to that yet. But what are you watching?
Vikings Valhalla. Now I did Ozark, of course. I mean, The Office, Supernatural a couple times. I really like that show.
Did you dress up for Halloween as anything like a Viking because you're watching Vikings?
No, I didn't dress up this year. It's a couple years ago I did Wolverine.
I can see that.
I can see that too. Yeah.
For years, everybody says I look like Hugh Jackman, so I did the Wolverine.
Yes, you do.
But,
Definitely.
But the goatee takes away. When I do the mutton chops and that, it's even better.
I mentioned this yesterday. It was what we have to look forward to in November on all the streaming services. Season 5 of The Crown premieres on the 9th on Netflix. The season finale of Handmaid's Tale. Heidi, you haven't watched any of Handmaid's Tale yet.
I won't. No.
The final
don't
season
care.
finale
We'll watch
also on the 9th. You have to. You'd love it. Season 5 of Yellowstone. I know you love that show. Premieres on Paramount Plus November 13th. You'd be good for that, being an old cowboy.
Hell yeah.
HBO's 4-part miniseries called Shack starts on the 23rd. The Addams Family spinoff Wednesday hits Netflix on the 23rd as well. And James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special hits Disney Plus on the 25th. And then the Willow series premieres on Disney Plus on November 30th.
Speaking of costumes, perfect one for Johnny.
Yeah.
Garden gnome.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's for the Saint Dick comment that day.
Next year.
We're going to come back, and it's going to be time. Thank you for everyone who. We're going to play the. You were in construction, so you've heard this question since you listened to the show.
I have a guess. I'm waiting.
Well, we'll write it down. Let's get him a piece of paper and write down your guess.
Okay.
Will I be disqualified from calling in?
Yeah, you're here, so you're technically on the show today, so you can't win today. But if we're looking for caller 13 when we come back, 818-955-2955. The question, we're looking for something you find at a construction site with a one-word name. The last two guesses were ladder and bulldozer, both incorrect. So if you can guess that, it's worth $4,400 right now. And then after we play the name game, it is time for Deep Cut Face Off. It's songs that were overlooked or overplayed or not underplayed because some other hit was I guess considered better and more popular. So if you got a song you'd like to hear that needs some more recognition, give us a call as well, 818-955-2955. You can also text HF and then your suggestion to 68683. So think about that too if you want to hear a deep cut.
Absolutely, got a couple.
Rich Sands with us. Thank you so much, and thank you for what you did for
that was wonderful
for Susan and her son Danny. That was really, and the fact that you played for them, like you didn't hear about it and then win and give them to her because you couldn't go. It's like you actually pursued that every day for them. That's awesome.
Good man.
So thanks a lot, Rich. Rich Sands. Go check him out and follow him. Do you have a at Rich Sands 1?
Yes, at Rich Sands 1. I didn't want to be like Johnny and keep saying at Rich Sands 1 for everybody to go to, but they should go to at Rich Sands 1 because I got some good pictures at Rich Sands 1.
Yes.
I'm going there now.
Go check him out at Rich Sands number
at
1.
Rich Sands 1. Yeah.
At Johnny Icebox just followed you.
We're gonna come right back. We're Heidi and Frank.
Now, Sports on Tap on 95.5 KLOS.
Brought to you by the Tax Relief Advocates. Well, the Kings could not put two in a row together, falling to the Stars in Dallas 5-2. Ducks with a nice shootout win over the Sharks in San Jose 6-5. And the college football playoff rankings are out. The top four are Clemson, Georgia, Ohio State, and number one on Old Rocky Top, the Tennessee Volunteers. But they face off against Georgia this weekend. USC ranked at number 9. I'm Pete Fox at Sports on Tap on 95.5 KLOS, Southern California's rock station, brought to you by the Tax Relief Advocates. Call them today at 800-464-3533 for a free and confidential consultation or go to TRA.com.
To
make great whiskey, you have to do things your own way. Blackened American whiskey, born from the finest straight bourbons and ryes, and finished in brandy casks that are pummeled with sound until a bold, award-winning flavor emerges from the oak, ready for your glass. Blackened. This is American whiskey remastered. Learn more at blackenedwhiskey.com. Blackened, 45% alcohol by volume, bottled by Sweet Amber Distilling Company, Columbus, Ohio. Please enjoy responsibly.
An evening with Duran Duran. November 2nd at Yamava Theatre. Duran Duran in concert. Tickets on sale now at Casino Box Office or YamavaTheatre.com. The new album, Future Past, out now. An evening with Duran Duran.
If you are hurt in an accident, call the attorneys at Sweet James, 800-500-5200.
Brew up the soul-warming savings at Whole Foods Market. All packaged tea is 25% off through November 15th, while supplies last. Prime members save an extra 10%. Shop in-store or online. Terms apply.
So you tested positive for COVID. What's next? Treat yourself. COVID treatments like Paxlovid are free. Taken by pill, these medications can stop the illness from getting serious. So treat yourself. Call a healthcare provider or the statewide COVID hotline at 833-422-4255 to find free treatment today. Again, that's 833-422-4255. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
Hey guys, can we talk? The holidays are coming up fast. Are you ready? Zales has thousands of great gifts like diamonds. You know that's what she wants, right? I booked an appointment with the jewelry expert who helped me find the perfect gift for her. And you can too. You can even shop your local store online and pick it up the same day. Zales makes it easy. Expert gifting advice, jewelry she's going to love. Buy it online and get it today. What more could you ask for? Give the gift of shine at Zales, the diamond store.
Limitations apply. Visit Zales.com/TV for details.
Do you have heart failure and often hear,
"Those stomach issues ruined your birthday"?
"You're too tired to play catch, Grandpa."
Sweetie, you haven't touched your tools since the carpal tunnel syndrome diagnosis.
if these seemingly unrelated symptoms sound familiar, talk to your cardiologist and ask about transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy, or ATTR-CM, a rare and underdiagnosed disease that gets worse over time. Learn more at connecttoyourheart.com. That's connecttoyourheart.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The LA Times compared the homelessness plans of Karen Bass and Rick Caruso. What do they say about Bass's homelessness plan? They say it's far smaller than Caruso, and the Times' Steve Lopez called the Bass plan underwhelming and stuff we've heard before. Karen Bass says she won't even solve the homelessness problem after 4 years. It's more of the same empty City Hall talk. The Times says Rick Caruso's plan is bigger, with 30,000 beds in 300 days, hundreds of thousands of new affordable homes, a dramatic increase in mental health and addiction services, and 500 new sanitation workers to clean up our streets.
I want to wake up every day and fight for you, because this city is worth fighting for.
Fix homelessness now. Rick Caruso for mayor. Paid for by Rick Caruso for Mayor 2022 General. Additional information is available at ethics.lacity.org.
Everything, our farm, our stand, our pop-up shop, it really all started when we discovered the benefits of local, raw honey for our family.
And then we decided to turn it into a business.
We were looking for something to help us get up and running.
So we got the Chase Business Complete Banking Account.
It's more than a bank account. It comes with Quick Accept, which lets us take card payments anytime, anywhere in the U.S. using the Chase mobile app. Plus, we get same-day deposits at no extra cost. For us, it's more than honey. It's about sharing a little sweetness with the world.
Get the Chase Business Complete Banking Account with the essentials you need to help get your business going. Learn more at chase.com/business-complete-banking. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Quick Accept is not available in U.S. territories. Enrollment required. Usage subject to approval. Same-day deposits available for payments before 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Sunday to Friday. Fees and rates apply for checking and processing. Limitations and restrictions apply. Participants compensated. Merchant services provided by Payment Tech LLC and WePay Inc. Subsidiaries of J.P. Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate
carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, could be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Go to carsforkids.org today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Introducing Spectrum One. Get Spectrum Internet with speeds of 300 megabits per second, advanced Wi-Fi with best-in-class security and privacy, Spectrum Mobile with unlimited talk, text, and data plus nationwide 5G. Get it all with Spectrum One. Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and one line of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for only $49.99 a month. Visit Spectrum.com or a Spectrum store today. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
The new Michelin silicone plates last through everything.
On a world record-breaking drive from Alaska to South America in unpredictable conditions.
Thunderstorms, ice storms, they just don't quit.
Rainier Zeitlo chose Michelin Endurance XT silicone wiper blades with advanced Quad-Tech 4-layer coated silicone that repels water, snow, and ice and lasts 2 times longer than other blades.
It's coming down in sheets.
Real-world proven. Extreme weather wiping performance. Upgrade to Michelin Endurance XT silicone wiper blades today. Only at Walmart.
Hi, I'm Capri, and the little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe is the chicken. They actually put it on the grill, cooked it in the sauce. It's definitely a good grilled spicy sandwich.
Hey, I'm Michelle, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe is it's spicy and it's full of flavor. When you pair that with the Kale Crunch Salad, it's just good.
Order a grilled spicy deluxe sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Tired of the BS? Get paid. iAccidentLawyer.com.
This day in rock on November 2nd, 1984. After a judge rules he shot in self-defense, the Reverend Marvin Gaye Sr. is given only 5 years probation for killing his son Marvin Gaye. Ironically, it was Marvin Jr. who had given his father the .38 revolver used in the killing.
Staples has you covered for all your custom printing, just in time for the holidays. And right now at Staples, you can save 40% on custom holiday cards and invitations. In-store and online offer ends 12/17. Exclusions and restrictions apply. Explore more at Staples, the working and learning store.
This Day in Rock sponsored by Staples Stores.
The Heidi and Frank Show on Southern California's rock station, 95.5 KLOS.
Heidi and Frank Show. Before we get to Deep Cut Face Off, our special guest, Rich Sands, is with us. He has a movie that will be coming out, Red Tide Massacre. It did very well. Best film at the Tarzana International Film Festival. But you do have a couple movies that are out right now on streaming services.
Yes.
What can they go check out?
On Amazon, they can see You Have a Nice Flight, which is a comedy by Jimmy Din. He's a itty-bitty little Vietnamese guy who gets in trouble at an airport. And I'm the airport detective who strip searches him, and there's a bomb later on in the airport I have to take care of. But it's a comedy, and it's just of errors of his broken English. He keeps getting in trouble saying stupid things. And then the other one is Fly on the Wall, whereas I play Colonel Balsam at the beginning, and Sergeant Hauser, who gets killed in action. I have to go to the wife and give the bad news. Their son grows up and has a girlfriend who gets abducted, and he uses this military technology of a little fly that connects to his laptop, and it's like a little fly drone, and he follows her to find her and rescue her. So it's called Fly on the Wall.
Fly on the Wall, and the other one again.
You Have a Nice Flight.
That's all on Amazon Prime if you want to go check that out. Excellent. Looking for caller 13 right now. 818-955-2955. It's the KLOS $100,000 name game. Up to $4,400 right now. We haven't had a winner for a couple days. We started this 2 days ago, I think. And looking for something you find at a construction site with a one-word name. The last two guesses are both wrong, are ladder and bulldozer. So the caller 13 we have is Monica. Hello, Monica.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Monica. All right, Monica. $4,400 on the line. Just need you to name something you find at a construction site with a one-word name, and it's not ladder and it's not bulldozer. What is it?
Scaffold.
Scaffold.
Good answer. Good answer.
Very good answer, but... No. Not scaffold.
Already been said.
Gotta keep
Oh,
trying.
has it? Oh. Yeah, we're sitting there talking to Rich, and he's like, I've listened to KLOS. I mean, listen to all of Mark and Brian, all 25 years. He's had to even listen to the test shows that Mark and Brian were doing late at night before they actually got hired. He's been that long time a fan of KLOS.
Awesome.
So scaffolding already been set apparently, but now it's been set again. So it's not bulldozer or scaffolding, and that means the jackpot is at $4,600. That's what Marcy will have for you to chance at 10 a.m. Every single hour is missed. It goes up to 5 p.m. $200 will be added to the jackpot. And so it's $4,600.
You want to know when I started listening to KLOS?
When?
I was in the Marines, stationed Okinawa, Japan, 1983. One of my roomies came from L.A. He had a 90-minute cassette tape of KLOS, and we would listen to that over and over again. I remember they were advertising AC/DC, touring with Midnight Flyer opening. And I think it was Rita Wild was on it. So it was, Wow. And then when I came to LA, back to LA in '84, in April 11th, when I got discharged, moved to LA, I started listening to KLOS right then and been ever since.
And been there ever
That's
since.
awesome, Rich.
You
What
actually,
a story.
when Mark and Brian did a live stage show called what, Chick Night?
Yeah, Chick Night.
You were a part of that show as well?
I was a stud boy, yes.
Stud boy?
Yeah.
I didn't realize we had stud boy in the building.
Wow.
Yeah, there was about a dozen of us, some firefighters and a couple other people. But, I played strip poker on stage with 3 other guys. And it's funny because, everybody, all the other guys had their pants off except me. So Brian comes rushing over. He goes, hurry up, take your pants off. Then he goes to leave to go back to Mark, and he stops, comes back. He goes, I've never said that to a man before. And he runs back to the center stage. And so finally, I take my pants off. G-string.
Oh.
So I was wearing a G-string,
Nice.
And they pulled me to center stage, and they had all the girls come. They had me bend over. These girls come up, start slapping my ass.
We could never do that today. Never.
Oh, you can do it to guys. You just couldn't do it to women.
But it was fun.
Dudes too.
Yeah, it was definitely fun.
That is awesome.
All right, it's time for Deep Cut Face Off. What song, Rich, would you like to throw in there first?
Well, since The Who is playing right now, it's either Blue, Red, and Gray off of Who by Numbers or 905 off of Who Are You. It's up to Jordan.
I went 905 because that's off of the Who Are You album, which is also Keith Moon's last album with The Who. So let's check this out. 905, The Who.
All right.
Nice choice, Rich.
Mother was an incubator, father was the contents of a test tube in the icebox in the factory of birth. My name is 905 and I've just become alive. I'm the newest populator of the planet we call Earth. Suspended animation, my childhood passed me by. If I speak without emotion, then you know the reason why. Knowledge of the universe is fed into my mind. As my adolescent body left this puberty behind. Everything I know is what I need to know. Everything I do has been done before. Every sentence in my head, someone else has said. At each end of my life is an open door.
Where's the area code 512?
I don't know.
Right now, off the top of their head, 512, because that's what is texting the show. One a request right now for Deep Cut Face Off. 512 wants to hear Take Me to the Top by Loverboy. Is that the album that Working for the Weekend was on?
It's got, let's see, this album, Get Lucky.
Get Lucky.
So, yeah, I think you might be right. Wasn't this one of your first shows ever, too?
Loverboy and REO Speedwagon.
There you go.
Austin, Texas. Texas, checking in.
Austin.
Loverboy getting funky.
1981.
Oh, yeah. So what? 11 years old.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. This does have Working for the Weekend, and When It's Over. And then this was the third single off this album.
We got Buford on line 1. Hey, Buford.
Hello.
What do you want to hear for Deep Cut Face Off?
The Kinks, A Gallon of Gas.
Oh, there's
Gallon of
Topical
Gas.
Johnny. Off the Low Budget album, 1979. Kinks.
Thanks, Buford.
I've been waiting for years to buy a brand new Cadillac. But now that I've got one, I want to send it right back. I can afford the gas for my luxury limousine. But even if I had though, no one's got no gasoline. I went to my local dealer to see if he could set me straight. He said there's a little gas going, but you have to wait. But he offered some red hot speed and some really high grade high.
Hello, Mike.
Hey.
What do you got for Deep Cut Face Off?
It's The Cult, and the name of the song's The Witch off the Cool World soundtrack.
This is Cool World with Brad Pitt, like the 80s movie with like half animation.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I haven't heard about that movie
It's,
in a long time. Great movie, though. It's got an appearance by Nick
Yeah,
Cave
it's
in
good.
that, too.
Thanks, Mike.
Now, here you go. The Cult with The Witch.
So you finally found your rhythm, man. Got your funky ass out of the can. Well, the girl is coming to you. Gonna show you what is true. Which she need a lover boy. Maybe it could be you. It took a while to understand. Whoa, yeah. Started into another man, yeah. Took a while to understand.
If you haven't seen that movie, 1992 movie called Cool World, go check it out.
909 checking in on text. You can always text your deep cut requests. Text HF and then your deep cut to 68683. They got Twisted Sister, The Price.
Never heard it before, but here we go.
Why we do it?
Twisted Sister. that's off like the one and only album that we really know, from the Stay Hungry album. So of course you didn't hear that when you got We're Not Gonna Take It and I Wanna Rock. I mean, Twisted Sisters, 2 hits. This is number 3, I guess.
Well, it was a deep cut. You never heard it, so that's why we do it.
Hey, that's the whole purpose of the
never
bit.
got played.
I think someone may have texted you an XYZ request.
Oh, you want to hear some XYZ?
I think that somebody texted you.
Did somebody just text the show? Yeah, let me check. That's an XYZ request coming in.
Let's see what they got.
Yeah, somebody from 310.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably 310.
Let's see. It says there's some XYZ.
Where are you from again, Rich? What's your
little 310 action over here?
Number?
Is that the first time we had somebody text the show from inside the room? Oh my God, it's like a horror film.
The call is coming from inside
the room. All right, XYZ, HH Boogie.
Yep.
HH Boogie. Oh, there we go. All right, XYZ.
About sex, Rich? Heaven High Boogie.
Yeah.
Nice.
Aren't all songs about sex, Frank?
A little bit.
From 1991's Hungry album.
Yeah. So we got Chris. Hello, Chris.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
It's going well. We're playing Deep Cut Face Off right now. So what do you got for us?
Well, I got a cover of a Queen song. So the song is Dragon Attack, and it's being covered by the thrash metal band Testament. Now, obviously, there's some differences. It's a little bit heavier, a little bit faster. Vocalist Chuck Billy is not Freddie Mercury, but they did a really good job of trying to keep with the tradition of the original song, still making it their own. And they really have fun with it at the 2-minute mark, where everybody pretty much gets their own solo, starting with the drum to bass to guitar, and then Chuck Billy just cuts loose with the solos with nothing behind them. It's actually really good.
All right. Thank you, Chris.
Solid.
Take me to the room where the red's all red. Take me out of my head, it's what I said. Take me to the room where the green's all green. And from what I've seen, it's like it's mean. Gonna use my step. It's gotta be mad. Gonna get me on the cliff. Got a dragon on my back.
That's fun. I was hoping it was going to be a cover. I just didn't know what it was going to sound like. 'Cause that is an underrated Queen song as well. Like that, but they definitely put the double time on it.
Let's see. We got Kevin checking in from Alaska. Hey, Kevin.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Good. How you been?
Oh, man, I just had a hip replaced 5 weeks ago. I'm having a great time.
Oh, damn.
My God, just falling apart.
Yeah, we're all falling apart.
What do you want to hear,
Put
Kevin?
back
You
together.
get old. Steve Miller Band, Driftin' Blues.
And this is from a newer album from 2011. Let Your Hair Down?
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with it, but if it's Steve Miller, then you know it's got to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice bluesy tune. I love some blues.
All right.
Get better, Kevin. It's good to hear your voice, bud.
You guys are helping me recover. I love it. Thank you.
Just like a ship out on the sea. And oh, I've been drifting and drifting, just like a ship out on the sea. And oh, you know I ain't got nobody, baby, in this great big old world to care for me. If my baby would only take me back again. Oh, if my baby would stop fooling around and take me back again. Well, you know I messed around out here, baby. Yeah, let me tell you, I don't even have no friends. I give you all my money.
Steve Miller.
My God, that is so
Right?
good.
Look at that, Rich. Good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That's good stuff.
Oh.
I played like that once. Just once.
Just once, and then never again.
Or I was drinking. I don't know.
If you listen to the show as much as you say, Rich, you'll recognize this guy's voice. Hello, Crab.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey, Crab.
Hey, Rich.
Hey there.
Semper Fi, dude.
Thank you.
Hey, I'd like to commemorate Marvin Gaye today by hearing "Piece of Clay." This day in rock is tragic, but okay.
Oh, yeah, actually, you listen to This Day in Rock when Johnny does those reports?
Thanks, Crab.
Yeah.
You're the one.
No, we wondered who did.
It's Crab.
It's Crab.
It's a good gospel tune. I think Corey will like it too. But thank you.
Thanks,
Yeah, recorded in 1972. So this is off of the You're the Man album, which was his fourth posthumous studio release. So this came out after he died.
Father, stop criticizing your son. Mother, please leave your daughters alone. Don't you see that's what's wrong with the world today? Everybody wants somebody to be their own piece of clay. Oh, everybody wants somebody to be their own piece of clay. We all talk of kindness, but it's only a word. Truly, brother, turn on sister.
Doesn't sound like
and
that,
it's cruel.
that George Michael song? Like George Michael kind of pulled from that for that song that he sang was kind of gospel-y.
I can kind of see that, but this is actually a cover in its own right.
It is?
Yeah, this is from Gloria Jones originally.
Oh, Gloria Jones, yeah.
Yeah, she did Tainted Love. Yeah, so that was their.
God, what a range on that lady. Who do you want to go with next, Jordan?
Line 5. Let's do line 5. It's Marvin Gaye is hard to turn off.
It's hard to turn off.
It is.
How do you can't seem to turn off the gay?
I tried once or twice and
Nah.
came back on.
I was hoping for a big gay hug, but
I know.
I owe you one, Rich.
Just
next
have to
time.
hug the monitor. All right, we got David on line 5. Hey, David.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Pretty good. What do you got for us?
Want to hear Thin Lizzy Dancing in the Moonlight. Such a great song.
Oh, fantastic song. From Bad Reputation album, which is also just a fantastic album if you've ever gotten a chance to listen to it. Thin Lizzy, one of the most underrated bands of all time.
When I passed you in the doorway, well, you took me with a glance. I should have took that last bus home, but I asked you for a dance. Now we go steady to the pictures. I always get chocolate stains on my pants. And my father, he's going crazy. He says I'm living in a trance, but I'm dancing in the moonlight. It's caught me in its spotlight. It's alright. Dancing in the moonlight on this long hot summer night. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm on the street.
We're running long. I see Marcy in there. Marcy's all excited because she has possibility of $4,600 to give away in the 10 o'clock hour for that KLOS $100,000 name game. Same question. Look for something to find. You find at a construction site with a one-word name. I know, Rich, you were looking for a big gay hug from Heidi. Maybe you get a big straight hug from Marcy.
That'd be nice.
Oh, yeah, that's even better, I think.
Even better. Big straight hugs from Marcy.
You know what's disappointing was yesterday. You know, I listen to the show every day.
Yeah.
Every day I hear Johnny, all right, tomorrow at this time, this is going to happen, this at 8, 9 o'clock, this. Nothing yesterday.
Nothing.
Dead.
Yesterday.
Not one promo for today.
What?
What are you talking
I
about?
was
Yes,
so
of course there
listening
was.
to. No, I wanted to hear. At 9 o'clock, we have Rich Sands come. I never.
No, didn't throw Rich in there. Oh, come on, Johnny.
I'm
Didn't
sorry,
you get the
Rich.
memo?
I'm sorry, Rich. I'll mention it today.
All right, yeah.
Well, before we get this last song, Rich, thanks again for coming in.
Oh, no, thank you, guys. I really appreciate it.
Follow him on social at Rich Sands, the number
Rich
one.
Sands 1. Yeah, Rich Sands 1. At Rich Sands 1.
He's got the Red Tide Massacre coming out pretty soon, and he's on the show because he's a great guy who, if you remember, he won the Disneyland takeover tickets and gave them to Susan and her disabled son who were trying to get him. They couldn't get through, and so he started listening to win tickets for her, and he ended up getting them and passing them along. So I was like, Rich, you want to come in and hang out with us, for an hour and promote what you got going on, and that movie Red Tide Massacre is going to be out soon. The other two on Amazon, Fly on the Wall and
You Have a Nice Flight.
You Have a Nice Flight. So go check it out and follow him on social media at Rich Sands. This
number one.
You cannot at Rich Sands number one. Yeah, you can't have Deep Cut Face Off without Deep Cut Dennis. Hey, Deep Cut.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome, Rich.
Hey there.
Hey there. Today I have one. When this song was recorded, the band was known as Tony Flo and the Miraculously Majestic Masters of Mayhem.
Good
Anybody
Lord,
know who that is?
What'd they change it to?
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, damn. Okay.
The song is called Out in L.A. It's off the album of the same name. This is another compilation of rarities and demos. The demos led to them playing shows and getting signed by, I think it was EMI. And on this, you have Hillel Slavic on lead guitar. That's a treat. And George Clinton was one of the producers. Couldn't say that.
You did fine.
And it's Anthony Kiedis' birthday this week, wasn't it? Did he just turn 60?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think earlier in the week.
Yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah.
It was yesterday. He turned 60 years old, looking good too. Obviously, 60-year-old guys here make us all look bad. All right, we're gonna apologize over this and play it out into Marcy's show.
Oh, Jordan.
Yeah.
You need to skip from 55 to 105.
Yeah, You give me one that I got to pull lyrics up on for you, Deep Cut, but I'll do that when we get there.
All right.
All right,
we'll
buddy.
apologize
All right.
over the stuff he has to listen through. So thank you so much, Deep Cut. So, Heidi, let's apologize. Get the hell out of here.
Katie Lang, Blockbuster, Short People, and Sunflowers.
Aunt Connie's Deviled Eggs, South Korea, TikTok dancers, and nubby rhinos.
Chip Suckers, Homeless Pickleballers, Geo Tracker Drivers, Johnny and the Grim Reaper.
Ricky Gervais, Ross Chastain, Ford Maverick drivers, and my old bulldog Ruby.
Giant Balls, Mermaids, Boxers, and Muscular Women.
Rich Sands, Battered Men, Subway, and Old Stink Ladies. Well, old stinky ladies.
Yeah.
You really have to listen to the whole show, brought to you by GiveMeTheVin.com, America's best car buyer. We are Heidi and Frank.
Last night and the night before I heard a bow outside, and I came indoors. Now that I told you something about the bee, something about the tree, a little something about me, I can't leave you hanging about my man Sherman. He swings the yin, he bangs the yang, and now it's time to hear him do his thing. You better be burning, Sherman. Well, I went to brother living in a cool way along my 6 main others in this place got a lady.